everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take on YouTube. Now, everyone on YouTube's talking about this, and I have to talk about this. YouTube is changing yet again what they censor, and they made a big announcement, so proud that they're censoring people. This time, they want to censor people who have different opinions on the 2020 election. The way they're going to go about it is a slow rollout that they've been doing, where they slowly censor conservative opinions and kick them off the platform. Anything they perceive as conservative, and pretty much anybody left to Fidel Castro is considered a conservative these days. So if anything about the 2020 election, any opinions that say the election's rigged, or Trump should have won, or Trump should have won by numbers, or blah blah blah, there's a whole list of things. They're going to kill the video, and I've just uploaded one that might get canceled, I don't know. Or they're going to kill the whole channel. So it's very, very important that you follow me on Bitchute and other platforms, because YouTube is going away to the dodo. They're killing themselves very, very slowly. It's going to become, it pretty much is, but it's going to become even worse in terms of the echo chamber that they're creating for themselves. And lefties, be advised, I know you don't like lefties. Lefties, be advised that you will be canceled as well. YouTube seems to be getting ready to turn into the next Hulu or pay service or whatever. I don't know why they're doing that. They have so much money, they could have easily started a second platform for that and advertised it on YouTube, and I'm sure people would have been into it. But instead, they're determined to get rid of people off of YouTube, except for their homegrown guys. Do you want to get down? Okay. Don't bark. I got to finish this. So they're just determined to get rid of content creators, the thing that made them famous. I don't know why. I don't know who's going to watch it. That's the whole reason I watch YouTube, is for the content creation. I'll go to Bitchute, and that's where all the cool stuff is now anyway. Yeah, some of the big guys are here. The only reason I still watch stuff on YouTube is it has a better, right now, it has a better sorting system. I can sort better, I can subscribe quicker, but BitChute's getting better and better every day, and there's a few other alternatives. I'm definitely going to look into Rumble soon, so... But definitely subscribe to me on BitChute. If you go down to the bottom of the comments, you'll see my BitChute link, Parler, Gab, and Minds. Minds is another good one, too. I don't post as much as I should there because they do accept the links, but I'm going to try to do it. There's just so much to upload. It takes me forever just to upload 4 videos here and then 4 videos on BitChute. So I think what I'm going to have to start doing is doing my political stuff on Bitchute. Maybe that's the answer, and keep the YouTube channel for as long as possible. But even here, I'm getting flack for videos that, in my mind, weren't even political. I just did, and you can check it out. I'm getting a ton of hits for it. A ton for me, not for other channels, but I'm getting hits on American Skin because people are upset that I criticize the trailer. Now, for those of you who don't know, and for you woke-tards that may be tuning in, I am a screenwriter, and what I do is I analyze trailers and talk about what I think the movie's going to be, whether or not it's going to be a good movie, how it compares to other movies and trailers. And that's what I did for American Skin. Now, my overall criticism of it was it doesn't look any different than any other kind of movie like that. It's about a guy whose son is wrongly killed by the cops. He's a black, and they tell me in the comments, an Iraqi war vet. And then he decides to take over a police station with his buddies and put the cop on trial. And then it's a big standoff, and it's a big preachy movie about justice and yada, yada, yada. And they've made that movie a million times. Those woke-tards who commented, though, don't know that because they're probably all 20, and they also probably didn't even watch the whole video where I said I like Spike Lee's movies. I liked at least 2 of them. And, but, you know, I think this is probably a preachy movie. But that was just, I also said it could just be the cut of the trailer. Now, some people are comparing the movie to Rambo. I didn't see a Rambo comparison at all with that movie. It doesn't look very action oriented. Rambo was pretty action oriented. Rambo also didn't use his friends to help take over the police station and drag them into his mess. And what I talked about was revenge, and revenge is not good. It's not really justice, yada, yada, yada. Well, of course, they all took it personally as if the movie actually happened, and now they got all sorts of bent out of shape. You won't see most of the comments because some of them got a little rude, and I do not like rudeness, so I banned them. Hey, if you two can do it, so can I. And yes, I'm a libertarian, but it's my channel, so I'll ban whoever I want. So be polite or be banned. Anyhow, this is the way things are going on YouTube. You can't say whatever you want. Look, you could curse at me all day long on Bitchute. I don't care because I'll curse right back at you. But here, it's all sorts of crazy rules that get pulled out when they want to get rid of you. So no, I'm not going to be sucked into an argument with you here, but you're welcome to find me on actual platforms where people can talk, and we could chat it out there if you really want to get into a verbal fight. Quite frankly, I don't have the time for it, so I may just ignore you anyway. But, you people seem to have a lot of time on your hands who are arguing with me. I guess you can keep doing that. I don't know. But my point is, YouTube's dying. They're killing themselves. I don't know why. You should watch Sticks and Hammer's video on it today. He is pissed, and I don't blame him, because he's been on this platform for years and years and years. And now they're screwing him. I mean, they're essentially screwing him. He likes the platform. And he has plenty of followers on the other platforms, too. So he's got a huge following on Daily Motion, and I don't think he's on Rumble yet, but he's definitely on Bitchute. I think he's the top guy on Bitchute now. I, however, only have about 185 followers on Bitchute, so we need to beef that up. We need to get you guys on board with Bitchute, because that's a platform. I mean, once I'm banned from YouTube and I could just be on Bitchute, then I can finally curse again. Won't that be awesome? I could say, F you, Joan. Be quiet during my stupid videos. Instead of saying F you, which makes me sound like I'm censoring myself for the kids or something. I just don't like what YouTube's doing. They are pushing their political agenda hard on people, and they don't understand what that does. It doesn't win anybody over. I'm not won over by Susan Wojcicki's woke politics. I'm totally effing annoyed that she would even deem to force them on me. Oh, you better do this when it comes to this group of people, or this, or say this. F you. I don't like being told what to do. And I won't be told what to do. Now, I may hang out here and take some of your money, YouTube, as long as I can, because I like money. But, if I get banned, I get banned. I'm going to try not to get banned for as long as I can, I guess. For as long as I could talk in code. And as long as I could skirt the algorithm, I guess. I don't even know how the algorithm works. I mean, the other day I was complaining I was losing subscribers, and then suddenly it shot up by 30 subscribers, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know. I have no idea what you're doing with YouTube. Whatever you're doing, it's stupid. It's dumb. It's stupid. It should be the way it was in 2010, and minus the glitch, and just leave it alone. Just let people do whatever. What is it? What is it to you? Do you think, you morons, let me address you woke idiots at YouTube. Do you think that by forcing people to watch stuff that you would normally watch on television, and forcing people to watch your woke BS videos like, oh, here's the year in review hosted by drag queens, do you think people who watch gaming videos and political videos and all these other crazy videos are just going to suddenly go, oh, well, I guess I better watch what YouTube tells me to watch? No, they're not going to watch it. They're going to be pissed off. In fact, they'll hang around long enough to ratio your sorry ass. And the people you'll be left with, well, my parents, I guess, would watch YouTube if they knew how to work it. It's still a little above their pay grade. There might be a handful of 14-year-olds. I guess children. I guess you're making your platform for children now because it'll be so woke and safe and squeaky clean that that no one other than children will watch it. Is that what you want? Because I kind of think there's not enough children on YouTube. And quite frankly, you're just going to get parents complaining again and again and again. Because parents are super sensitive to what their kids watch. If it's a platform for children, which it's sounding like more and more every day. Or it's just going to turn into Twitter. And Twitter's a cesspool. I mean, now that they've cut out most of the people who are not leftist, I mean, it's just become a total cesspool. Everybody knows it. Same thing at Reddit. Everybody complains about Reddit. I mean, the people who used to complain, they're long gone. They're on other platforms or they're just done with the internet. There was a guy yesterday posted on Reddit. He's like, guys, I'm leaving Reddit. This is my last social media platform. He was in the MGTOW forum. This is my last post. I slowly cut out all my social media, and this is the last one. I just wanted to say goodbye. I'm off to do glorious things or whatever, and that's it. He deleted his account. Good for him, I say. If I didn't have stuff to promote, I would delete the accounts. I swear to Christ I would. I would delete every single account, and I wouldn't be here talking to you. I would let other people do it and interview me when I felt like being interviewed. I mean, you got so many great people here with varying opinions, and they're not hurting anybody. And yet you insist that's not good enough. What is wrong with you, Susan Wojcicki? What is wrong with the people of YouTube that they would push this agenda? Why are you doing this? Are you that weak? I guess you are. I guess you're that weak. I described this before. If you want to show strength, right? Jack Kirby, the greatest comic book creator who ever lived, he created Darkseid, the greatest villain in the DC universe. And to show his strength, Darkseid had a power called the Omega Beam, which people only talked about in whispers because they had never seen it be used. But they heard about it, and it scared the hell out of them. And just by doing that, just by creating a character with that kind of atmosphere around him, he was frightening because you never saw him use his power. Because he was so strong, he'd just stand there with his hands behind his back while his minions did all the work. Because he was that, he saw himself as that powerful that you could never touch me. You could never even get close to me. My minions are that strong, and I am even stronger. So go ahead, fight my minions. You will never, ever see the Omega Beams because I'm that powerful. That's the way he was. And that kind of dynamic showed strength, even though he never used the power. Well, he eventually did when other people wrote it. But same thing with Dr. Doom. He was the man in the iron mask, right? In the Marvel universe, the bad guy. He had this iron armor and a mask. You never saw his face. Never saw his face when Kirby started him. And somebody asked him at a con, what's the deal behind his face? And the origin story was that Doom thought he was terribly scarred and had to wear the mask. So someone at a con asked him to draw Dr. Doom without the mask. And he drew Doom with a tiny little scar. And what that showed was Doom was so vain, so arrogant, he saw that tiny little scar as, an abomination, and he had to have a mask on. That was the brilliance of Jack Kirby. He could show strength in characters. YouTube is showing nothing but weakness. The way they show, the way they change their TOS constantly, it's weakness. Because it's a changing of tactics, because they know what they're trying to achieve just isn't working. When they tossed out PewDiePie and added Will Smith for the year in review, It was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster because it wasn't authentic anymore. They were trying to astroturf the year in review and keep guys like PewDiePie out because they don't have any control over him. And it's also arrogance because I think now YouTube is probably run by people who are just business executives. They're not the original guys. I'm sure there's a few original guys in the mix, but I think these guys, they're just business people. They're just there to squeeze as much money out as possible, and they're incredibly arrogant. In my experience, when you meet the business executives, they're incredibly arrogant people. They don't seem that way outwardly, but behind their pleasant facade, and they're very pleasant when you talk to them, but behind that, they are incredibly arrogant. They hate it when people don't love their ideas. I've worked with a few of them. A few of them have been my clients, and when I tell them that their ideas are crap, and sometimes I have to do that, they lose their damn minds sometimes. They lose their damn minds and chew me out over the phone. And I'm just like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Your ideas are terrible, and that's not going to work. And you hired me to tell you if your ideas were good or bad, right? And they're like, yeah, but I didn't think you'd tell me that they were bad. So, yeah, YouTube is going away. It won't go away in a week or a day or a month or a year, but they are killing their own audience. So get out while the getting's good. Get on Bitchute. You can still watch me on YouTube until I get kicked off. No worries, but once you tune in one day and you see my entire channel's gone, and I think that's going to happen relatively soon, then you'll go, well, I'll go over to Bitchute, and then we're all good. See you at Bitchute, Minds, Parler, Gab, probably Rumble eventually.